Hey there everyone, and welcome back to Arcade Spirits, the new challengers. Don't say anything about the fact that I look exactly the same as the last video. These are being filmed in the same day, okay? Here. Oh? One thing I wanted to mention before we continue? Oh. If you want to read the content warnings for this game, you can view them at arcadespirits.com/CW in spoiler and non-spoiler versions. Are you hearing this? Are you hearing this? If you go to arcadespirits.com/CW, you can view content warnings. I'm not going to, just because I'm not really affected by most stuff. But if you feel that you need to do that, please do that before proceeding. I just figured I'd remind you as we head into some heavier parts of the story, okay? Okay, on with the show. Alright. I'm a little scared, now that there's been that, but it's okay. It is the distant future year 20-something, and I don't have time to watch Fight Shack right now. Today's the big day. I cradle my forehead in my hands and let a yawn escape my lips. I've got a pounding headache and I'm exhausted after a wild night with Moon Jelly. I'm only complaining slightly. It was a fantastic night. It was just so hard to leave Moon Jelly's arms and the bed this morning. But I make it just in time as the charity show match is warming up and going through its pre-show antics. Casters hyping up the online audience, arcade technicians setting Pengi's Palace FOD2 machine to tournament mode, and reporters settling in to watch. Wow. Okay, that's a lot of reporters. I mean, this is an industry feel-good event rather than a pro tour stop, but I wasn't expecting this much coverage. What's up, everybody? I'm live and direct at the Pengi Paradise Arcade for the Pengi Charity Exhibition, sponsored by The Palace, the top name in premier family entertainment arcades. Excitement is building as we prepare to witness longtime rivals Team Play to Win, taking on Next Fiasco in public for the first time. Mixed wins and losses in major FOD2 matches. Cool. I got an achievement for that. I'll take it. We've had some major wins and some major losses. The tale of our unwavering journey clearly turned some heads in the press. So that means I can win this match without any guilt, right? Without any complications in the storyline. Just saying, because I would really like to win this match. Because Valkyrie pissed me off. But at least Next Fiasco is here to keep my mind somewhat off the media presence. There you are. We were worried you'd forgotten the whole thing. For the record, I wasn't worried at all. Not like you had to roll into the crack of dawn.
Good.
Unlike this one, who was up fretting and pacing and worrying since 7 in the morning. I just want to make sure we do our best, that's all. Awful lot of media attention for such a tiny and meaningless charity show match, isn't it? It's almost wall-to-wall 4th Estate in here.
Sounds good to me.
It's an exciting match, Domino. They've never seen us take on P2W live and in person before. It's a big deal with dramatic stakes.
That's curious.
I just find it a wee bit interesting that a match which ultimately changes nothing for our Pro Tour status is now the most hyped thing we've ever attempted. Interesting and concerning. Who cares? We've beaten P2W before, we'll beat them again. And this time, they can't weasel and whine their way out of it.
Shall we?
Let's not forget that this is a charity benefit as well. We're going to do a lot of good today, win or lose. Yeah, feed the hungry, save the world, just as long as we also get to show everyone what we can do. Pity they fired Coda. Would have liked to rub this one in his face after how he treated us before. It's not sporting to kick a fallen enemy when he's down, Zapper. Coda's been through enough.
Meh.
Meh, whatever. It is a surprising amount of interest for a single fight outside the Pro Tour structure of tournaments and qualifying opportunities. Our mixed bag of success could start tipping to one side or the other if we win or lose this one. Maybe it's more important than I thought. And you know what doesn't help with my stress? Valkyrie, waltzing right on up with her usual look of mild disdain. Magnus October. Valkyrie. The day to raise money for charity, yes. A pity it has to happen at the expense of your legend, but hey, at least the non-profits get to walk away happy. Amazing how she can make a virtuous act into a sly dig. We haven't lost yet. You spent all yesterday playing in the park and then partied into the evening. I don't think you're in particularly great shape for this challenge. You're one to talk. You and your team were in the park all day too. When you're at our ranking, one day off isn't detrimental. It's helpful to rest. We don't need perpetual training, unlike most. As a young team, you can't waste a single day. If you were truly serious about this, you'd have been training right up until this moment. But you've got a history of ignoring my advice, so I guess I can't expect you to listen. I hope you realize that after your loss today, because I don't know what else it's going to take to drill the truth into your head. She glances over at the reporters and offers them a friendly wave of greeting. Flashbulbs go off, catching her smile and my scowl. It's time for me to go rally my troops. I suggest you do the same. See you on the battlefield. With that, she strolls back to Team Play to Win to give them the obligatory pre-game pep talk. And of course, with them is Moonjelly. I kind of wish I hadn't shown up late. I wanted a chance to talk to Moonjelly before the fight. It's a little strange, going from last night's romantic overtures to us being cutthroat rivals again by morning. Maybe I'll get a chance to talk to him after the fight. Meanwhile, I've got my own team to worry about. How am I supposed to rally the troops? I turn to face my friends, my team, and do my best to give them one final pep talk going into this important fight. I'm proud of you all, and I know we're gonna do great today. Treat this like any other match, no pressure. Focus on the charity. We'll be raising money for a good cause. I like the top one. I'm proud of you all, and I know we're gonna do great. What? What the fuck? That was weird. We need to win this match at all costs. Wait, what? No, that's not what I was going to say. It just kinda slipped out. You okay there, boss? Yeah, I'm fine. Sorry. Look, a win would be great, but... a win's what we want, a win's what we get. Seems simple and straightforward to me. Just remember our training and to support each other as a team, and that win's in the bag. We give it our all, yeah? Right, exactly. That's what I was going to say. And yet, you didn't. I'm under a lot of stress, okay? Look, you get the point. Just, let's go out there and do our best. Let's decide who's stepping up to face Play to Win. Odds are good that Valkyrie's going to pick Moonjelly, so I'll be there to confront him. As for my player 2, anyone on the team would work just fine. Either someone I click well with, or maybe give the spotlight to someone who hasn't gotten it. A good team coach gives everybody a chance to shine. Whom should I give that chance to? Low-key, I feel like I should give it to Zapper. I feel so bad. Zapper is like my lowest level. And she's also passionate about winning. So I think it's a good choice. You ready to do this, Zapper? Hey, when am I ever not ready? Of course I'm ready. Let's mash them like applesauce. With a nod to each other, Zapper and I step up to the FOD2 machine, ready to get this fight underway. But as we approach the FOD2 machine, with various camera eyes and video recorders pointed our way, I can't help but notice something's off. Moonjelly is ready to fight, I was expecting that part, considering he's the top player in team play to win now. But where's his partner? Hey, Moonjelly, you facing us solo or something? No, my partner's right here. I glance around, but Blitz and Divine are on the sidelines, meaning that Moonjelly's partner is me. In case you hadn't figured it out yet, I'm Moonjelly's partner. Wait, but no. You retired years ago. And you're not on the roster. You're the team coach. You're the coach for Next Fiasco, and you're constantly putting yourself behind the sticks. If you won't learn from my example, maybe I should learn from yours. I'm surprised, Magnus. I'd think you'd be happy I'm taking a cue from you. It looks like you can teach old dogs new tricks. What is going on here? How long did she have this planned? But the cameras are rolling. Everybody's waiting in excited anticipation. This fight is going down no matter what, and it's too late to switch things up. Suits us just fine. Doesn't matter who we're facing. We're going to beat you. Then may the better team win. Okay, theory. I have a theory that they're gonna, like, rig the game or cheat or something at some point. So even if I try to choose to win, I'm still gonna lose. It might not, but I'm just shouting out guesses here. Okay, I glance up to Zapper, trying to look more confident than worried as I pull my trusty beige USB keyboard from my backpack. Uncertain exactly what to expect, we step up to the machine and begin. If I can choose to win, there's no way I'm losing. They're gonna win. They're gonna win. It's not giving me the option. I'm skipping it. They're gonna win. And I bet they've rigged it. We lost. The most crushing loss of our entire career. Hey, on the bright side, at least it doesn't count towards the Pro Tour. I'm just saying. She warned me to stay away. She knew she'd win and wanted to protect my reputation. But I chose to be there, front and center, get my teeth kicked in before a studio audience. Was it all about my ego? My pride? Could my friends have beaten her if I had agreed to step back and let them take charge? I don't know. I really don't know. The reporters caught every moment of it, of course. Our shaky cam phone video of beating P2W originally is nothing compared to that. What's more,
what a fight! The blazing comeback of Victoria Proud, retired veteran no more. This moment is going down in esports history, folks.
Valkyrie strolls right past us, ready to deliver as many interviews as the media are willing to offer her.
Miss Proud, how long have you been planning this comeback?
Please, call me Valkyrie. I'm back in competition after all.
So this wasn't a one-time thing?
Of course not. I'm back for good. And I'll personally lead team play to win all the way to Pro Tour Championship glory.
As if that wasn't bad enough. Aunt Vicky! Aunt Vicky! Valkyrie's niece pokes her way through the crowd, runs up, and gives her auntie a big hug right in front of the cameras. You won the game! Hooray!
No. We raised a lot of money for charity today. So in the end, I'm not the winner. We're all winners.
She did it. She stole our story. We were the underdogs rising to the top. By leveraging her comeback with dramatic timing, now she looks like the underdog. And we're just another stepping stone on her return to glory. A footnote in her history book. As for Moonjelly, he avoids the cameras, choosing to stay off to the side. So, I approach. Moonjelly? What the heck was that? Did you know she was going to fight us herself? Magnus. I lied to you. What? We don't have to keep us a secret, because there is no us anymore. But what about yesterday? It was nothing, just a lapse in my judgment. Goodbye. Does she have some fucking blackmail on him or something? Because what the hell? as he walks away without another word. I don't understand. After last night, I thought we had found something special. With the press swarming around Valkyrie and the rest of Team P2W, well, we're left standing around on the sidelines, stunned by it all. Zapper's the first to break the silence.
Are you kidding me?
What the fucking hell was that absolute clown fiesta out there? We couldn't get a single hit in. They made us look like complete chumps. Not 1 point? A complete shutout? That does not happen at the professional level. So we lost. It's just an exhibition match. It doesn't matter. We looked like complete failures. We're probably still on track to qualify for the Pro Tour in a few weeks. This doesn't have to mean anything. No. This has one extremely clear meaning.
Inevitability.
Friends, this is what we in the cynicism business call inevitability. This is the universe telling us that this entire thing was probably doomed from the start.
Could have been worse.
Everyone stay calm. This doesn't mean next fiasco was a mistake. New professional teams sometimes take years to really get off the ground.
I see.
Yes.
Well then.
Okay, their lines are so long sometimes. Yes, victory, that is the inevitable thing. We'll get back at them. Eventually. Just need patience, right? Right. He's trying to keep his energetic knightly persona up, but when even Loxley is having doubts, the guy who hurls himself headlong into absolute loyalty, I let him down. I let them all down. Something's not right. Excuse me a minute, please. With a distracted air, Grace pulls out her phone and walks away to make some calls.
Damn.
Nobody's happy with this. We get that. No point harping on it. Our plane back to the city leaves in 6 hours. Suggest we go get our stuff and head off to the airport. Anything else? Any other decisions? Those can wait. Go home, get a full night of sleep, sort things out at team practice tomorrow with a clear head. Agreed? She has a very valid point here. I totally agree with that. Agreed. It doesn't have to mean anything. It's not even an official loss. We haven't lost standing. So what if Valkyrie stole our thunder? So what if we looked like stumbling toddlers out there? It doesn't have to mean anything. Nothing means anything at all. One plane ride, luggage off the carousel, rideshare back to the apartment building. Healthy dinner, everybody retiring early to their rooms, late rising, wandering off, doing their own things. Now it's late afternoon, with the sun starting to go down. Time for team practice. And I'm the only one here. Nobody else showed up for our regularly scheduled drills and online ranked matches. I pull out my phone to send off some texts to my teammates, but hesitate. Truthfully, I wasn't sure I was going to show up. This whole thing, it hurt. It hurt hard. I'm still not sure what to think about it all. The only reason I came downstairs to the arcade was out of some sense of routine and scheduled normalcy. But actually playing FOD2 after that disaster? I don't know. I just don't know. And given I'm the only one here, well, maybe they don't know either. When I look up, I spot everybody's favorite artisans of fancy bespoke pizza tending to the arcade. Emptying the coin trays, checking the change machines, stuff like that. When they see me standing there all alone in the middle of an empty arcade, well, I think they know what's going on.
Tough times, huh?
You can say that again.
Tough times, huh? We were watching the match yesterday during the mid-morning brunch rush. It didn't look very enjoyable, all told.
I don't know. That nice lady seemed very happy about it.
That was their arch nemesis, Matt.
Oh, well, in that case, no. Not an enjoyable event in the slightest.
I take it the rest of your team are similarly unhappy?
You can say that no. No, they're not happy. I'm wondering if any of them are ever going to show up for practice. Tonight or ever again. Maybe this whole thing was a mistake. Forcing them to play it being something they're not, just for the sake of my own dream?
Now, let's not assume your dreams aren't even slightly related to their dreams. Dreams can be a funny thing. There's a lot of overlap between them.
For instance, I love cooking, and Ben loves business. I'm happiest over a warm oven, while he's happiest over a warm spreadsheet. So we've started a few ventures that we knew would satisfy both our dreams. And supporting each other? That's the best dream of all.
Maybe your friends didn't dream of glory the same way you did, but have they been happy with supporting your dream? That's the question.
I think they were. I mean, Hems's tournament was pretty cool. And we got to go to Max and meet the 4 Heavenly Kings, and we've got this kick-ass home together. Honestly, I thought things were going great, but if they were happy, why aren't they here?
That sounds like the kind of question you need to be asking them, not us.
If I knew where they were.
So, go look for them? I mean, it seems a fairly obvious solution to your conundrum. Don't let your anxiety draft up nightmare scenarios. Instead, figure out what's going on directly. I think you'll find that reaching out to people and talking things through works wonders.
My phone still hangs heavy in my hand. I was about to ring them and ask what's up, right? Maybe I shouldn't assume they're sick of next fiasco. Shouldn't assume they hate me now. Okay. Thanks, you two. I'll do what I can to rally the team.
We wish you the very best. May you get by with a little help from your friends.
Lend them your ears and sing them a song, and try not to sing out of key.
Okay, Matt, let's stop this before we get sued for copyright infringement. Be seeing you.
Problem is that the hour's growing late. I don't think I can check in on all my friends. Maybe 2 at best. I kinda wish I could take time and try and reach out to Moonjelly after he called off our relationship so soon after it began, but right now, my friends must have priority. Which one should I talk to first? I do feel like Domino, because Domino kind of gave up pretty quickly, where he's like, it's inevitable. We were doomed before we began. Like, I feel like I really gotta talk to him. get him out of the ditch, I suppose. I fire off a text to Domino, but no response. No read receipt, nothing. You'd think the distant future year of 20-something would mean having near-constant worldwide communication. That doesn't hold water if someone neglects their phone. I could let this sit and go look for someone else, but at the very least I can head up to Team HQ and look around for him, right? What about the alley? He always hangs out there. Hello? Whatever. Since the start of Next Fiasco experiment, we've been living in side-by-side apartments. Jinx, Grace, and I occupying the original, with everyone else in the neighboring unit. That neighboring unit is eerily quiet tonight, though. Domino? Domino, you in here? And as I step through the apartment, I hear a light crunch sound underfoot. Glancing down, I see an overturned plastic bowl and a pile of spilled breakfast cereal. Colorful fake marshmallows and little oat shapes strewn on the floor. And the scatter pattern leads to one of the 2 bedrooms in the back. I knock softly on the door, puzzled. Hey, anyone home? The door creaks open slowly, as if it hadn't been fully closed. Or as it hadn't been fully closed. And inside? Domino's curled up in the corner, tucked away near his bed, and he has his face buried in his hands, sobbing openly. Domino! It's a sound somewhere between crying and laughing. Like someone flipped the switch on his back and it got stuck somewhere in the middle.
Oh, hey there. Don't mind me, just having an emotional breakdown. must be a Thursday, right?
What happened? He gestures for me to have a seat, so I do. I sit on the floor next to him as he rocks gently back and forth.
I spilled the bowl of cereal.
Nothing wrong with that. I mean, accidents happen, right?
Knocked it right off the table. Stupid baggy sleeves on this stupid coat. Stupid. Wasting food when others are starving. That's crass. That is unforgivable. And that got me thinking about how I was eating trash food and getting fat, so I shouldn't have been eating cereal in the first place. And that got me thinking that my life is a dumpster fire, and this world is starving and screaming and burning right along with me. And then I had to go sit down and cry. Isn't that funny? Isn't that so stupid? To completely crack over something so small, so pointless. And look, now you're here watching me crack like an egg. Isn't that great? Isn't that just delightful?
It's okay. I'm here for you. I'm here for you.
Maybe you shouldn't be. Maybe I shouldn't be around sensible people. I could just go. Homelessness sounds like a grand adventure. Ride the boxcars, huddle around a flaming barrel for warmth, die of exposure in an alley, all that fun stuff.
Absolutely not. We're going to get through this, Domino. You have your friends, and we'll stand by you.
And you're the only thing keeping me together. This team, these friends, but only so much. Can only do so much. It's like holding back the sea, isn't it? Sooner or later, you'll get yanked into the deep and drowned. It's inevitability. What a mess. What a glorious mess I am.
I've never seen Domino this racked with stress and sorrow before. And I don't think I can play problem solver on this one. A few choice words aren't going to tidy everything up for him. It's time to admit defeat, but not in the way he wants. Domino, have you ever talked to a therapist? Ah, here it comes. You think I'm crazy. I'm a scary, crazy person. Lock me in the nut barn and throw away the key. Whoa, I didn't say you're crazy. I asked if you've spoken to a mental health professional. Taking care of your mental health is just like taking care of your physical health. You wouldn't pretend a broken arm doesn't exist, right? Nobody in the team would think any less of you. And we've got the money for it, if that's your concern. He opens his mouth to dismiss it with some quip, but pauses, studying me, making sure I'm serious and not just tossing out some cookie-cutter positivity. I've never been to a shrink. My parents treated Aunt Jiwoo pretty harshly for suggesting I see one. I guess I'm used to not even considering the option now. People in my family don't have problems. They are problems. When I said the wrong thing in school, I got scoldings, not happy pills. Plenty of scoldings. Quit acting out, Jack. Stop making a fuss, Jack. Stop crying like a little baby, Jack. Oh lord, I'm describing a textbook case of emotional abuse leading to mental health issues, aren't I? Kinda. What a goddamn mess. A mess that a therapist could help you with. It doesn't have to be like this. You seriously think it'd help? After years and years of whatever the hell this is?
I mean,
I don't know. We're your friends and we want you to be well. We'll support you through this. Doing nothing doesn't work. Therapy is logically better than doing nothing. You could call Jiwoo. She wanted to help before and may have some suggestions. I don't know enough about that, like he just mentioned. I do feel like the we're your friends, we want you to be well and we'll support you. Because he's like, you're kind of like all I've got, or, you know, he's like, you guys support me. And I'm like, well, we'll support you through this too. Like, that's not changing. Domino, I know this is scary. Facing this head on won't be easy. But you aren't doing it alone. We're all here to support you. All your friends. Put FOD2 aside. Put the Pro Tour aside. Your health has to come first, every single time. And we're ready to help you any way you need it. You're serious, aren't you? Is this the face of a liar? No, it's not. I'll admit I'm scared, but okay. If I know you're in the corner, maybe. Maybe I can do this. I might have more little episodes like this before things get better. Especially if the big scary head shrinker makes me face the things I gleefully ignore. Could get ugly, could get gross, could get scary. I try to keep a lid on what I've got inside. Don't always succeed, but I try. If we're talking about opening myself up, you may not like what we find. Bottling your feelings is unhealthy. My dude, if it were possible to send me running and screaming, it would have happened by now. You take all the time you need to see this through, don't worry about anything else. I like that option. If you're not feeling up to human contact, if you need to take some time away from the team, that's fine. If you need the team around you for support, that's fine too. Whatever you need, you get. Don't worry about anything else. Focus on your health.
I anticipate failure.
That's an absolutionist stance that may not stand up to real-world conditions. Try me. May take you up on that then. Okay. Oh, hey, look.
That's curious.
I've stopped crying. How about that? So you have. I mean, still feel like my emotions have tumbled down a very steep hill and crashed into a ravine, but the actual moment has passed. Right. Step 1, stand up. He gets back to his feet unsteadily. I offer him support, but he balances himself quickly enough. Oh, right. I've missed team practice, yes? Yeah, but nobody else showed up. How did you... Peering into people's souls and seeing their secret shames is kind of my jam, remember? But if you're worried they're angry over that one-sided beatdown we got at Pengy Paradise, that's not it.
What if...
Well, I mean, the shock of that event triggered a lot of other little problems, but... I know the timing is bad, considering just a few minutes ago I was a nervous wreck, but how about I lend a hand? We split up. I take one friend, you take another. Optimize our friendship quota. Only if you feel up to it. That was pretty intense just now. And yet, it's put me in a very empathetic mood, hasn't it? I should leverage that while I can. Who do you want me to go talk to while you're busy? Let's have you talk to... Zapper. Because I was gonna go talk to Grace, probably, because I also have, like, the highest approval rating, or whatever you want to call it, with her. And I'm scared that if I go to someone I don't have very many points with, it's not gonna end all that well. But, like, they had a moment earlier in the game where they were, like, fighting and got through it and stuff. So how about you talk to Zapper? I'm not sure where Zapper went. Can you track her down? Okay. Give me a minute to blow my nose and look presentable, then I'm gonna pay your kindness forward. Don't worry. If I don't feel up to this, I'll tag out and call you. Keep your phone off vibrate. Okay, that's sorted out. Who am I going to check in with next? Grace. She also was looking into something, and like I said, I feel like maybe they cheated to guarantee that they would get the win. Grace shouldn't be too hard to reach. She keeps her phone at the ready 24/7. I fire off a quick text to ask if we can chat. And her reply is just a pizza emoji? That's it? She's in the pizza shop. Normally, she's the one who insists on proper spelling, punctuation, grammar, and capitalization, even in text. Sending a single emoji and calling it a day? Yeah, I think something's wrong. Fortunately, that tiny digital picture is worth 1,000 words, or at least 8 letters. I know exactly where to find her. The pizzeria. On arriving, I can see why Grace was late to team practice. She's effectively cornered in one of the corner booths, blocked from escape. Ooh. Her family found her. And the woman who's blocking her? That woman is frowning in a highly disappointed manner at my teammate. I can overhear a bit as I poke my head into the pizzeria.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Nia. It's very troubling, Grace. Very troubling and concerning. Father has been livid ever since you left. I'm doing what I can to keep the family peaceful and stable, but you aren't exactly making my job easier. Family meeting. Okay. Fully justifiable reason for her to skip practice. I shouldn't intrude. There's still time to make this right. One easy way to fix everything. Come home. Abandon this video game silliness and come back to work for Cooper Technologies. Get your life back on track. Stop throwing away your future.
It's,
I wasn't trying to cause trouble or anything. Once you're safe and sound back home, there won't be any trouble. All will be forgiven. Grace droops in her hard plastic seat, clearly wanting to object, but unable to raise more than a mumble. I see the problem. She hates confrontations, especially with her family. And if they're pressuring her to leave next fiasco, maybe she wanted my help. She did text me a quick pizza emoji to summon me here. If she didn't want me involved, she didn't have to reply at all. There's one way to be sure. Excuse me, Grace? I was wondering if you knew where Loxley's socks went? He was looking for them earlier. We'd established Loxley's socks as a safety signal before going to Max. It's a way for Grace to ask for help exiting a situation without tripping her anxiety. Excuse me? Private family conversation. Take your laundry business somewhere else. Yes, the socks. I think they're mixed in with my laundry basket. Sorry. Right, there's my confirmation. She needs me. I slide into the booth, taking a seat nearby. Hi, I don't think we've been introduced. Magnus October, coach for next fiasco. You must be Nia Cooper. I've heard so much about you. Mostly how she pressured Grace into an internship at Cooper Tech, and pressured her into making Iris from a pile of random technology assets, but I'll avoid bringing that up. Pinned by my politeness, Nia is forced to at least offer a token cordial greeting. Yes, hello, pleased to meet you. If you don't mind, I was having a chat with my little sister. I think my team coach should know if I'm leaving the team. It's not good business to leave your partners out of negotiations, right? Right. Fine. Okay, my foot's in the door of this situation, but that's the easy part. The hard part is going to be providing Grace the help she's asking for. I could easily just step in firmly, speaking on her behalf, telling her sister where she can shove her generous offer, really assert myself as her team captain. But I should absolutely not take away Grace's voice. I have no right to speak on her behalf. She doesn't need a hero to fight her battles for her. She needs a friend who can support her as she fights her own battles. This is going to take subtlety. I need to provide the affirmation she needs, make indirect suggestions, remind her of what she values most in life. As I was telling Grace, and this is no offense to you, Mr. October, by pursuing this arcade affair, she's putting her future in jeopardy. Surely you recognize that these esports are of a short-term value, yes? Grace would be better off focusing on her strengths in programming and engineering. Grace, what do you see as long-term goals for esports? My name is not Grace, it's Magnus. You talk to her, not me. I support Grace no matter her decision, but it is her decision. Let's give her something to, like, kind of be a little bit more passionate about. I don't want to be, like, too confrontational. I'm sorry, but what values I hold are irrelevant. This is about how Grace feels, yes? So, we go to the source. Grace, do you see our team as a long-term investment or a short-term thing? I'm fine either way. This is about what you value. I offer her the briefest of nods, encouraging her onward. Being part of an arcade team is about more than wins and losses. It's about being part of a scene, a culture, an industry, really.
Of course.
Branding and marketing, vision statements, long-term investments to keep the team going in lean years. I mean, yeah, it's not exactly an overnight fling, right? Who you are and what values you represent echo in the scene itself. If you want to be a positive force for change, you have to rally, you have to really put in some work. I see. You've certainly put some thought to this. She's just as surprised as I am. Grace hasn't talked about any sort of vision for the scene before. Fine. I strongly disagree that playing games for money is a viable career path, but it's your mistake to make. She drums her nails on the table for a second as she ponders her next tactic in convincing Grace to abandon this. If you insist on throwing away the family business in favor of a foolish dream, at the very least, you don't have to live with these people, do you? You were commuting to this dirty little laundromat for years before you left home. Why not continue that? Why abandon us completely? Well, It's easier to practice when... Grace, you didn't even talk with us about moving out. You literally left a note and abandoned the family home. Ooh boy. Yeah, this one's coming back to bite her on the butt, isn't it? The way you left us hurt, Grace. It was so... impersonal. I didn't want to cause any trouble, so I figured... After your big brother left in a similar way, well, you can understand why Father was so upset. I get that hanging out with all your little friends is exciting and fun, but they aren't your family. You belong with your family, Grace, not with this bunch of strangers you've only known, what, a handful of years at most? Some less than that. If you insist on involving yourself in their schemes for the time being, fine. But I don't like the idea of you living with such disreputable people. Sweet jumpin' Pengy butts, this woman is snobby. If her nose were any higher in the air, her neck might break. If you move back home, I'm sure we can smooth over everything with Father. Agreed?
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Nia, please. I wasn't trying to make anyone upset. I just... Easiest thing in the world. Just move back home. Agreed? As she forces the question, Speaking. It's on me to give Grace the support she needs to push back. Are you making her choose between friends and family? Can't she love both? Look out, Grace. Daddy doesn't approve of your sitcom family. She believes in this team. Best place to realize that belief is here. I like that top one. Like, can't she love both? This is a mistake, Nia. You're framing this as a binary. Choose friends or family, one or the other. But that's not true. Grace is perfectly capable of supporting her friends and family. She doesn't have to give anything up. Wherever she lives, she knows we'll support her. Location doesn't matter. Only her heart matters. Grace, where do you want to be right now? What feels right to you? It's your decision. It's always your decision. She doesn't even hesitate. I'm right where I want to be. I'm happy where I am and don't want to leave. I don't agree with Father on a lot of things, but I'm still a Cooper. I still love you, and I don't need to stay within the walls of our little world to love my family. Honestly, I don't have to be here at this new home either. I could be anywhere. I see that now, but I choose to be here, so here is where I'll stay. I'm building something for myself, just like my big brother did after leaving the family. I'm trying to find my path and figure out what kind of a legacy I want to create. I know you're not happy about that, but this is what I want. I want this, and I'll have it. And I shouldn't apologize for living my life my own way. So, can you accept me for who I am and who I want to be? Nia pauses, clearly frustrated and a little angry over these developments, but eventually lets out a dramatic sigh. I really can't convince you, can I? Nope. Sorry, sis. This is not going to make things easier with Father, but I'll do what I can to calm him down. I still think you're making a mistake, but you're clearly no longer a child. You've given this thought and made a decision. She rises from her seat, exiting the pizzeria booth. Are we still on for Mother's birthday party next week? Of course. May get ugly, but good to hear you're still willing to come. I'll see you then. Oh boy.
I don't like confrontations.
That was so incredibly stressful that I think I'm getting a headache. Proud of you, Grace. I know that wasn't easy. Thank you for reading my emoji correctly. If you hadn't come, well, I don't think I'd have left the team like she wanted, but I doubt we'd be on good terms right now.
That's unfortunate.
I missed all of team practice, didn't I? Actually, nobody showed up. I'm checking in with people to see what's going on, and that's when I ran into you, and... Oh, that's not good. It's getting really late, so I think I should check back in at the arcade and see if anyone's shown up. Okay, I'll come with you. Had to drink some tea. This day has been a week, for real. Can't believe less than 48 hours ago we got completely annihilated by Valkyrie and Moon Jelly. And I've been so busy running around getting the team back together that I haven't really had a chance to get myself together, too. But still no time for that, because as I walk back into the arcade to see if anybody has shown up, I notice that everyone has shown up. It's up to me to rally the team after a long day of personal troubles. My own feelings will have to stay swallowed a bit longer. Game face on. Be the leader they need. Make this happen. Hello everyone, I'm glad to see you. I know today's been difficult, but I also knew we'd all be together again. I say we uncancel team practice and kick some ass. It's late, but so what? We pulled long hours before. Let's not push it, shall we? Good enough that we're showing some commitment. No need to commit ourselves to massive overtime as well. Rough day for me, honestly. Could use a break. Could use some rest. Tomorrow, sure, but not tonight. Definitely not tonight. I'm in favor as well. I've had a difficult day of difficult thoughts, and time to unpack them would be welcome. Don't get me wrong. I'm still happy we all showed up. Shows promise we can go beyond this, but maybe we just start fresh tomorrow? It's been a difficult day for all of us, but it means a lot to me to see you all here, definitely. Motivational speech time. My energy's waning, but I have to take advantage of this moment. Have to rally them while they're all together. Okay, so Valkyrie and her team really hit us hard, and it hurt, but you know what? As much as that loss hurts, won't shake what we made together. The loss should be motivational, we'll persevere and come out on top. I'm gonna roar back from this, stronger and better than ever. They can't pretend to be underdogs forever. People know they're dipwads. I like the top one. Even if it hurts to lose that badly in public and against Team Play to win, we're still together. We're still next Fiasco. And you know what? I'm proud of us. We've been living together and training together, but not just for glory, for each other, for the team, for our friendships. So, even if we lost this time, we still have each other. We still have those bonds we've made together. That's something Valkyrie can never take away. I know it's been a difficult time. Everybody's dealing with a lot, even outside of the charity show match results. But I have faith. I have faith in us. And I know we'll overcome all the challenges in the end. We can still do this, right? Exactly. You know, I've never really cared about glory, but I still care about the team. About all of you. Without all of you, I'd be in a far worse place. That's the truth of the matter. You helped me keep it together, and I'm not planning to abandon ship on that anytime soon. For next Fiasco, for all that we are and all we believe in, we shall endure. I'm glad you feel the same way. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. We've got a long road ahead of us in these last few weeks to secure our slot in the Pro Tour and get ready to take on Valkyrie again. But there's no need to rush it. Let's get some rest and come at it fresh tomorrow. Together, nothing is going to stop next Fiasco. Let's have a rousing cheer for... Pardon me, one side. Oddly enough, Ben and Matt enter the arcade, walking with purpose over to our gathering, and interject themselves into the crowd of next Fiasco. Ben? Matt? Something up? There's someone outside the laundromat asking to talk to you. What? At this hour? Have them come in then. We deliver only the message, not the messenger. He said he needs to talk to you outside, so that's what we came to tell you. It's Moon Jelly, and I know it. Shabby-looking fellow. Glasses, wearing an old white and yellow jacket. Oh no, it's Coda. Wait, what? Him? Honestly, not up for whatever this is. Not when I'm this tired, when I've pumped out this much energy to keep my friends going. But it's not like I can ignore it. I feel almost obliged to investigate. I bet he has some dirt on Team Play to Win or something. Okay, everybody head on home. I'll go see what he wants and join you in a few minutes. The heck is this about? There's only one person I know of that matches Ben's description. Former member of Team Play to Win. The one whose viral video rant humiliated them. Coda. He's standing on the sidewalk in front of the busy street, late evening traffic moving by from green light to green light, which casts a weird glow on his slumped form. Last time I saw him, he was a ball of anger and rage, accusing me of ruining his life, but this? This is different. He looks broken, tired, and disheveled. His old team jacket still hanging off his frame. Hey. Hey? Can I help you, Coda? No, not really. In fact, I'm here to help you. He looks awkwardly down the street, rubbing at his neck before continuing. She beat you too, huh? In the end, she always gets what she wants. She always wins. I want to protest, bring that same passion I brought to the table minutes before, but I just can't find the words. Yeah, she beat us too. Guess that makes us both losers. No way around it. We lost everything. I think I understand you now. We're both scared of the same thing, aren't we? Being nothing. But that's okay. I know what we need to do. Coda, wait, what are you... And he steps backwards into the street, directly into the path of What is happening right now? Path of an oncoming bus? There's no way. I instinctively reach out, but come up just short, grasping at his jacket sleeve and missing. And then it's all over. And nothing would ever be the same again. What? 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 That's so out of left field? What just happened? I mean, I know what just happened, but why? What? What? I mean, I know in the last game, they also, like, really ramped it up for kind of no reason when my character literally got shot. But, like, what the fuck? That's so jarring, and that didn't need to happen. Well, you've cleared level 6 of Arcade Spirits, the new challengers. I guess we should take a look at your scores? Please don't forget that you're a gentle, sweet, and compassionate soul. It's important. Also, you've scored points. Hooray! And if you or a loved one are feeling like life isn't worth living, please call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-8255. That didn't need to happen. That just didn't need to happen. Straight up. I fear I need to have a talk with the writers of this game. Things were going pretty well. That just didn't need to happen. That was so, like, out of left field and unnecessary that I'm, like, a little pissed. It feels... I think the reason why I'm mad is because it almost feels like it's for shock value. Because I know, if you look back, it's kind of like, oh, you could have guessed that, you know, something like that might have happened because he's basically been having his life ruined and stuff like that. But it's very much all about, like, the game and, like, the arcs and stuff are very much about, like, helping people, advocating for mental health, like, all this stuff. So having a character do that at the very end of a level randomly feels so, like, it just doesn't feel good. It doesn't. And that just didn't need to happen. Unless he's not dead in the next chapter, and he's just in the hospital and recovering or something. But even so, even if that happens, why? Why, though? Because you didn't actually have to do that? Literally, why? Well, since that was very short, I'm just gonna continue. Because I can't leave it like that.
Punchy78 from Fight Shack here with a breaking news story. Former Play to Win member Coda, also known as Alex Zhao, is currently in critical condition at Memorial Hospital.
Okay, so he's not dead. Incident outside Good Clean Fun. Many questions, but few answers. More to come. Be kind to each other.
The situation is still ongoing, but initial reports indicate this was an attempted suicide. Coda's fall from grace began with a viral video rant against everybody's favorite up-and-coming laundromat team, resulting in his team dropping him from the roster. Victoria Proud, recently unretired player and his former coach, simply stated that her team has had no business dealings with Coda since that day.
Except that your other team people have been harassing him, but whatever. That should also be easily provable through online accounts, but...
With the esports scene in turmoil after the surprise victory at Pengy Paradise, and now this tragic incident, keep an eye on Fight Shack for updates.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop harping on it for now. But it still did not need to happen. It could have been any other plot point. I'm just saying. It is a distant future year 20-something, and I'm very tired. I just watched an old rival walk into traffic right before my very eyes. I still remember that smile on his face as he did it, like it was a relief. Naturally, the police were on the scene moments later, so I had to stick around while they sorted out the situation. Perhaps because the cops got defunded and massively reorganized a few years ago, I'm not immediately presumed guilty and arrested. Instead, they calmly asked me a few questions, talked to eyewitnesses, checked the traffic cameras, confirm I didn't push Coda into the street, and that's the end of that. But the process of gathering all the details is still slow, and it's past midnight, and I'm just so goddamn tired. I could leave anytime I like. I'm not in custody. I'm just standing around as they sort through it all. But every time I turn to go, there's someone new asking new questions. A woman with a lanyard rather than a shiny badge approaches me next, with concern in her eyes. Oh, you're Jiwoo! Detective Jiwoo Cho. You're Magnus, right? How are you holding up? Do you want to see a mental health care worker? We have a few from this community that you could talk to. I've already spoken to 2 different social workers, thanks. I have business cards aplenty. Look, I've given my full statement to the accidental death investigation team. I don't really have anything more to say. Oh, I'm with a different unit. I work cybercrime investigation. Cybercrime? But what does that have to do with Coda? Were you aware of the ongoing cyberbullying campaign against Mr. Joe? News to me. Well, that's my area of expertise. Investigation of online harassment and death threats. We can take these things seriously now that we have proper funding to look into them. My nephew suggested I talk to you, if it helps. Jack Cho? You know him as Domino. Yeah, he's mentioned you before. How you're practically the only one in his family who cares about his mental health. Sad, but true. He's important to me. And I know a bad situation when I see one. Saw one in the mirror for the longest time. Domino thought that given Coda's involvement with esports and cyberbullying, I might be able to figure out what happened tonight. That is, if you have time to talk. Yeah, I mean, honestly I would, but I guess I don't have the option. I'm just gonna pick the neutral one. I really don't know anything more than I've already told the other investigators. I've already given my story twice to the other investigators. how we uploaded Koda's rant, what he said when I ran into him at Max. Those are the only 2 times I've ever talked to him. There's nothing more to add. Okay, if you think of anything else in the days ahead, just give me a call. Detective Cho passes me a fairly cheap-looking business card. I suspect something's going on here beyond typical social media fights, and you never know what piece of evidence will unlock it all. Thanks for your time. Get some rest. Talk to a care worker when you can. Finally. Time to put this mess behind me and get some rest. Put it all out of my head. Forget it ever happened. One good night's sleep will make all of this go away. I didn't even like that guy, so who cares? What does it matter? I'm just so tired. I'm so tired. Gradually, I push my way through the halls, past my worried friends, reach my bed, and crash into darkness. I just watched a man nearly die tonight. That could have been me. I could have lost all hope and given up. Yes, that's right. He was just like me. He lost everything. I found love, or something like it, in Moon Jelly, where I least expected it. But he abandoned me the very next day. I lost him, and then I lost to him. All I have left is my ambition. I stand alone. I need this victory, now more than ever. Koda needed it too, but he came up short, just like me. We've struggled time and time again, wins and losses, but ultimately failed when it mattered most. We failed, just like Koda. And is that all I have to look forward to? Burning out like he did? If the only alternative is giving up on my dream, maybe burning is inevitable. Maybe burning is inevitable. But if I'm going to burn, it won't be like he did. I'll burn myself on the altar of my own making. I'll strike the match and smile. Yes, that's right. I won't give up. I won't admit defeat. This is my dream. I will see it through no matter the cost. I'll prove that I will never stop. And if I can't win, at the very least, they'll know my dedication when they see the flames. The world will see. They'll know my name. I'll finally be worth a damn. I will be a winner. I've got work to do. I've got work to do. I know I really shouldn't be sticking my nose where it doesn't belong, but curiosity's got this cat. Oh, is this Rhapsody's POV? Magnus October hasn't been acting normally since the matchup with P2W. I'm concerned about him. And I'm highly suspicious it has to do with Moon Jelly. Magnus may think he can keep quiet about some things, but I've noted all the time he spent with Moon Jelly. I've watched enough historical dramas to know there's something more than a rivalry going down. So why not use my connections in this industry to help a good friend out? That's why I find myself here, in the belly of the beast.
Thanks.
I really appreciate you taking the time to do this interview with me, Moon Jelly. I was just as surprised when Moon Jelly agreed to this meeting. But we both know that we wouldn't be meeting if we both didn't have ulterior motives. We both play the game, and we understand the stakes run deep. Yes, well, you should certainly be grateful. I'm putting my neck out by meeting with you. Trying to get time away from her is nearly impossible, and she's banned me from talking to the enemy. You wouldn't believe how ungodly strict it is living in here, Rhapsody. Oh wait, you would have. You did live with Team P2W, even if it was for such a short stint. I wonder if I'm sleeping in your old room. Down the hall and to the left. Ha! That's the very one. It's a shame I can't show Magnus your old room. Bet he would have enjoyed it. Moonjelly smirks but falls into a frown. I'm sure Magnus would have. Listen, I know I've taken enough of your very limited time. Very well. Let me show you out. I had disguised this meeting as an interview about the FOD2 scene and its rising stars, which we actually did talk about. Moonjelly seemed hungry for some real conversation, which I can understand, given his company. But what I really wanted was to see if I could find out anything more I could potentially tell Magnus. Moonjelly's a master at socializing, however, and I came up with empty hands. He leads me to the front door. His hand reaches for the handle, but stops inches before, balling the outstretched hand into a fist. Still facing the door, Moonjelly continues our conversation. Can I ask you something off the record?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Whatever we say here will not be repeated. Steadying himself for the words, he turns around and looks me dead in the eyes. How's Magnus doing? I can't hide the truth from Moonjelly. It doesn't do Magnus or him any good. Not well. Oh. He quickly changes his attitude. Can you do anything to cheer him up? Is your team good for anything? Or are they just as useless as they are in FOD2?
Might work?
Believe me, we're trying our best. But this whole Coda thing has really messed him up. How so? I don't know. Maybe seeing a person almost die was too much to handle. I've barely seen Magnus around the apartment lately. He said like 2 words to me and the rest of the team. And whatever you said after the thrashing at Pengy Paradise didn't help either. What exactly did you say to him? Yes, well, about that, it's a secret. I roll my eyes at Moonjelly's response. I'm not getting any more out of him. Like I was saying, I don't think he's doing well. He's been very distant since Coda's attempted suicide. He's not the same as before, not his normal, kindly self. I'm really worried about him. He's fine, I'm sure of it. Moonjelly's words lie about his own emotions. I don't know, Moonjelly. He's not himself. Rhapsody, I've known him longer than you, and I know him better than you. He'll recover from it. I'm certain. Because if he doesn't, I'll never forgive myself.
Huh?
For what?
Really?
You weren't involved in that situation. Interrupting my next thought, I hear my phone buzz in my pocket. Oh, looks like Magnus is feeling better. Getting everyone together for a special announcement. Looks like you haven't seen The Last of Us. Good. Moonjelly opens the door and I leave him alone in his team apartment. I look back down at the text. Team meeting now. Meet in arcade. Big announcement. Something still bothers me about it. The writing isn't his normal syntax, but I shrug it off for now. Silver lining, at least we're going in the right direction. Maybe we just need to talk about it as a team to figure this all out. Only one way to find out. When I arrive at the arcade, everyone else has arrived before me. Everyone except our coach / cat wrangler / manager. Hey, any idea what this is about? I haven't talked with Magnus all damn weekend. Don't think any of us have. No clue what this meeting's about. I'm sure it's just announcing that we're resuming team practices, right? We've been on unofficial hiatus since Pengy Paradise, but that would make sense. We've only got a month until the Pro Tour finale. That's not a lot of time. Despite recent setbacks, we still have a decent chance. Resuming training would be wise, but we may have bigger concerns than the shiny tin cup. Depends on how Magnus is dealing with things. Guess we're about to find out. No need to speculate further. Magnus emerges from the arcade into the arcade, pocketing his phone on arriving. Everybody's here. Good, good. We've got a lot of work ahead of us between now and the Pro Tour finale event. I'm sending you each a shared document. This is our new blueprint for the next month. A schedule of training, online tournaments, qualifying matches, and more. My phone vibrates as the document arrives in my inbox. Taking a cursory look through the organized pile of colored boxes, names, and events, nearly the entire month is blocked out. A full month of activity, planned right down to the minute. Iris ran the numbers, and this is the optimal path for ensuring our victory to the Pro Tour. It's going to take hard work and dedication, but I know we can do it. Anyone have any questions? And the silence is uncomfortable, until Zapper steps forward.
Wait. What?
If I'm reading this right, you have me scheduled to take part in an online tournament at 4 in the morning. It's a tournament hosted out of Australia, so that's 6 in the evening for them. Technically the tournament lasts from 6 to midnight, so you'll need to be ready to play from 4 to 10 in the morning.
Are you kidding me?
No.
A bit concerning, that?
You also have me on here training sunup to sundown tomorrow. I'm not seeing any time off for breaks, or food, or proper personal hygiene. Honestly, Loxley, you're our weakest player right now. You need to shore up your skills if we're going to make it into the Pro Tour. I do want to do right by the team, I suppose. If this is what it takes, then consider myself prepared, but even so. You want me to take part in a tournament in Nevada, all the way on the other side of the country at Max Vegas, in 1 week's time? Iris has already made the travel arrangements. There's a lot of qualification points on offer, and if you and I can win, it'll help our standing quite a bit. Magnus, this is not something I can do easily. Can't just toss some shirts in a bag and go. Need to check disability accommodations, research, verify there are clear routes to the venue. Iris already did that for you. It's all arranged. You can tune and tweak to your liking.
Well, this sucks.
Wonderful. Jet lag, here we come. You know what? I'm just gonna come out and say it. This is you overreacting to Koda's downfall, isn't it? You're pushing us all to the wall because you don't want to end up like him. This isn't about Koda. This is about seeing Next Fiasco through to the finish line. Look, 2 days ago, I gathered you all here to rally you behind that cause. It was a rough day for us, sure, but we got through it. Magnus has got that look in his eyes. It's totally motivational speech time. He always gets that way before a giant uplifting speech. As much as I love a regimented training schedule for success, there has to be balance to it all. And with the team's concerns, it doesn't feel like Magnus took that into consideration. No need to jump the gun, though. I'll wait and see how he sells this to us. I wonder what sort of speech it'll be this time. Let's do an inspirational speech. I know I'm asking a lot. I know this is going to be difficult. But I believe in us. I believe in this team we've built together. I see a happy future for us all. Standing on that stage at the Pro Tour Finals, holding the trophy up high, showing the world what we can do together. We're not like some team of mercenaries like P2W. We don't trade and acquire players just to optimize our lineup. We are friends, and we'll win this on the strength of that friendship. We're all going to have to sacrifice to make this happen, okay? But I know we can do it. It's going to be beautiful. We'll be winners. So, are you ready? Ready to do this? You know, you're right. Our friendship can carry us through. Maybe we can do this. Well, you only die once. May as well go doing what you love. And if this is what everybody wants, I'm down to give it a go. The power of friendship is a wonderful and terrible thing to behold. And I believe you are correct. Together, we can accomplish greatness. I want to win just as much as Magnus, but something's amiss. Did no one else see it? As I look around, everyone else is more or less on board. I guess I was the only one who heard the slight shakiness in his voice, the discomfort in his face. Sometimes we have to push ourselves through uncertainty to succeed, and I hope that's all that's going on with Magnus. I trust him to come to me when he needs help, so I've got faith that he knows what he's doing.
Listen, we got this. No matter what.
Together, we can do anything. You've got my thanks, all of you. Now, it's time for our amazing training montage. Wait, we can just zip through this with 3 minutes of up-tempo rock music and some jump cuts? Wow, that's so much easier. I meant that figuratively, not literally. Aww. Yeah, something... I'm very surprised that they all said okay. 4 a.m. Damn, I like that the neutral option is blanked out. Like, I can't choose to, like, take it easy on them. It feels weird that they were still convinced by my speech. Literally, Loxley was like, hey, I don't even have time to go to the bathroom. Which is like a valid concern. But then Loxley was like, yeah, friendship. Friendship doesn't give you bathroom breaks. Like, am I what is happening? Anyways, offer to brew more coffee. Oh. Oh, Domino's down. No, you win. Uh-oh. Am I gonna yell at Grace? Oh, I don't want to do that. Oh. I guess I'd rather guilt her than scold her. That is absolutely insane to pick Jinx to be the one to fly to Nevada like that. Pick literally anyone else. Oh, remind Jinx that Grace is counting on her, encourage Jinx to fight through the pain. I guess I'd rather be like, hey, Grace is waiting for you at home. I don't like this, man. I don't like it. I know I'm not supposed to, but I don't like it. Was that the grown-up daughter of Dekonami? I can't remember her name. But she had the color scheme, right? That kind of looked like her. Don't pay attention to Rhapsody's encouragement. Joke about Valkyrie hopefully having a stroke or something. I'd rather do that than don't pay attention to the encouragement. Okay, I'm just going to come out and say it. I hate this. Look, you know me. Someone tells me I can't do a thing, I knee them in the happy sack and tell them yes, I fucking can. So I'm not saying we can't qualify for the Pro Tour and kick some serious ass. I'm not saying we can't put Valkyrie in the ground.
Well, this sucks.
But I'm sick of this. I'm sick of the color-coded spreadsheet and staying up all hours training and fighting. I want to go back to having fun, like we used to have, and this isn't fun. We took an oath to support his dreams, did we not? We pledged to make next fiasco soar.
That.
You took a damn oath. I just said it'd be fun to take on the Pro Tour. No pinky swear or anything.
I disagree, my friend.
Promises are no promises. Magnus has worked harder than anyone to make this victory possible. Do we not owe him our finest efforts in turn? We should be discussing this with him, not holding a team meeting in secret without him present. It feels rude, frankly. Unfortunately, it's called for, rude or not. Because, I don't know any gentle way to say this, but we're wasting our time. Time spent chasing our dreams is wasted? That's not what I mean. I mean we're already qualified. We crossed the line as of yesterday. Wait, we qualified? We're absolutely going to the Pro Tour Finals? Yes. There's no reason to keep grinding ourselves into burnout for the rest of the month. We're all set. Technically, we could improve our positioning, sure. But if we continue pushing like this, we'll fail the event itself.
I just don't see that working out.
We need to rest. We need to recuperate. We need to convince Magnus to let this go. Okay, so this has to stop. Question is, how?
Sounds iffy, at best.
Confronting Magnus about this is going to be tricky. Don't want him retreating into a shell out of denial any deeper.
I don't like confrontations.
Do we have to? Can't we just get through this month and then go back to normal?
No way in hell.
No, we're collectively done with it. Okay, I don't like the idea of a confrontation, but I guess if there's no other way, okay. This becomes a question of strategy, yes? How to arrange circumstances for maximum effectiveness? We need to make sure we're heard. We have to decide what approach would work best with him. Figuring out someone's emotional weak point and striking it for massive damage. Ha! How the ball's in Domino's court. Domino, you're doing the creepy thing again. I mean, I may contribute my observational talents. Of course, by all means. Do you have any ideas?
What if...
What Magnus is facing is buried deep. Like, 2 bodybuilders with shovels and a diesel-powered backhoe deep. That means a 3-person job. Normally, I'd suggest we pull in Moon Jelly on this. He's known him longer than any of us, and they were sort of a thing. But we work with what we have. The way I see it, we've got 3 possible strategies. First one's Rhapsody and me. We corner Magnus during a training session and work him over with emotion and reason. I know the precise combo of words that will form the ultimate persuasion to reach him. Second strategy is Jinx and Grace. Make it a heartfelt and sympathetic appeal. You're both good at the touchy feeling. Grace more so than myself, but I can touch and feel if I gotta. Right, a gentle touch. I know we can do it. Lastly, we stick Zapper on him until he screams for mercy, which is then provided by Loxley. I'll jam that spreadsheet where the sun don't shine. And I'll be on hand to extract the spreadsheet, I suppose. So, voting time. Which approach do we want to take? I think Domino and Rhapsody probably, because I still have really high approval with Domino and a pretty good approval with Rhapsody. So I think that should work. One question. You said this was a 3-person job. Who's the 3rd person? That would be telling. Meaning we won't know until we're in the thick of it? Precisely. Dramatic timing and all that. Okay, Rap and I will go scoop up Magnus and sort this mess out. Everybody else, make yourselves scarce.
It's a viable tactic.
By the time we're done, next fiasco will be back on track and stronger than ever. Hold fast, everyone. Seems Magnus and I have another thing in common. Our excessive drive to win. Can't give it up, even when it actively hurts us. I'm happy to help out, just like how he helped me after our loss against P2W. I just hope Magnus October will be able to listen with an open mind and heart. Okay, glad to see you both. I was thinking we could do some theory crafting and online matches against randos using other fighting styles. Domino could use some additional practice, so Rhapsody, what we're going to do is...
Nope.
Actually, we're not here to train. What? This is a difficult conversation for us to have, but please understand that we're doing this out of our deep affection for you. We want to talk about this whole training regimen. And don't think of escape because I've blocked all the exits, including the air vents. Armed men are prepared to capture you and bring you back should you attempt egress. I do not believe you. Okay, look, I can only do so much on short notice. But if you walk away, you'll make us sad. Do you want a sad Domino and a sad Rhapsody?
That's not a good look.
Don't make us sad. Just hear us out, okay? Can't hurt to stand there and listen. Surely the schedule can allow for a few minutes of listening. Please? Fine, a few minutes. So what's the problem? Everything's scheduled out perfectly. There's no need to adjust what we've been doing. Domino and I, not just us, but everyone on the team, feel like you've been driving us way too hard. The constant practices and unending training, it's not reasonable.
I just don't see that working out.
It's affecting all of us, and not in a good way. At this rate, we're all going to be burnt out and do worse than when we started this training. If you keep pushing us, we're all going to pull back. We know how much winning means to you.
No thanks.
But this isn't the way to do it. Look, I know the schedule's kind of intense. I wish we could budget in more time for rest and relaxation, believe me, but the schedule's useless, and you know it. I don't know what you mean. Yes, you do. We're already qualified. As of yesterday, in fact. Sure, we've had mixed results, but we passed the bar. So what's the point in grinding our souls into dust? It's not like we're highly ranked. We could solidify our position, get seeded higher in the final tournament. At this pace, we'll be too exhausted to even try, and we'll get knocked out in the first round.
What if...
All of which leads me to think, why exactly is Magnus pushing us harder than ever before? I wonder what's changed. What recent event could have sent him down a spiral of terror which would result in... Oh! Wait a minute. Maybe it's got something to do with Coda throwing himself in front of a bus. I mean, could be a factor, you think? And Magnus just stands there, silent and scared. No escaping it. It's time to look in the mirror and see who's really there.
Do you enjoy failure or something?
Dishonesty time is over and done. It's hard reality all the way down, but you can't weasel out of it. Tell us why you suddenly decided to drive us 10 times harder than ever before. Tell us what's going on in your head. I'm not... Domino and I are really worried about you. You've never treated us like this before, and it's scaring us. We just want to help you. Won't you let us help you?
What have we learned from this?
Will you be open and honest with us and tell us what's bothering you? I know the answer. Do you? Of course you do. You told me outright what the problem was long ago. Now it's time to admit it out loud. It's time to tell us why you need to win so badly. I owe them an answer. Domino and Rhapsody, I owe them an answer. I owe myself an answer I've refused to admit, even when Iris gave it to me directly. No good answer! Oh, man. I'd say the "it's all I'm good for" is truest to the character, I would think. Yep, it was the, like, compassionate one. What can I say? It's all I'm good for. This is all I know how to do. I can play FOD2 well. That's it. That's the only thing I have going for me. What good am I to anyone? What good am I to my friends, to the ones I love, if I can't do the only thing I know how to do? I'm pathetic. I'm empty. I'm just that FOD2 player. Without that, I'm nobody. Nothing. All of you have so many other things to be proud of compared to this sad little life I lead. Domino, I know you're struggling with a lot of the same problems I am, but you've got the strength I lack. You dive deep into everything, no matter the fear. Rhapsody, you're everything I've aspired to be in my career. You know more about the game, the scene, the entire industry. You embraced it completely, while I was content to hide in my bedroom and rack up points. Both of you have sincerity and determination. I needed a phone app to lead me to that strength. I couldn't do half of what you've done on my own. Do you know what I was doing with my life before I walked through the doors of Good Clean Fun? Yeah, living alone and miserable. I lived alone. No friends outside of Moon Jelly. Seriously, despite hating him, he was the closest I had to a friend. How sad is that? The only thing I had to fill my hours was FOD2. It was silent in that apartment, outside of the sounds of the game. Coda lived alone. I checked. Just him in a studio apartment playing this game. Same life I had. Maybe I'll end up like Coda. Giving up all hope and letting go completely. You weren't there when he tried to kill himself. You didn't see his smile. Like he was so relieved. I can't get out of my head. And now I'm scared that if I stop for even a minute, that I'll lose what hope I have. This is my truth. This is why Iris led me to this team, back when I began my journey, so I would finally understand the truth I'd refused to admit. If winning is everything to me, then without it, I'm nothing.
No, don't you dare compare yourself to Coda. You can't stop. You can't relax. Just take a deep breath and listen carefully. You have one thing that Coda didn't have. Do you realize what that is?
I shake my head, no.
Us, your team, and we all care about you. Coda didn't have any of that. No one to support him, no one to lift him up when he felt depressed. He ostracized those around him, so in the end, no one came to his aid. But you are so much more than that. You took 6 wayward lambs and shepherded us into an actual team. And as a team, we experienced things we couldn't even dream of. We got a sponsor, we got to live together, we went to Max, we even got to travel to Pengy Paradise for a day of fun. None of this would have been possible without your guidance and your resolve. Since you arrived at Good Clean Fun, you've helped us all in different ways. So please, see that you mean so much to us and built us into this amazing group of people.
And let's put all of your accomplishments, your talents, everything you've done aside. Let's assume you did nothing else with your life, like you claim. Even then you'd be valid. You'd be worthwhile. If I'm not allowed to collapse into a little ball of self-loathing for being a pathetic nobody in a cold and unforgiving world, well, neither are you. And if the team is willing to keep me around, I think they can deal with your continued existence. I think we'd still be better off with you around, even if you weren't our designated cat wrangler. You're a friend. You're one of us. And we love you.
Even after all that? After seeing who I am?
Of course, you're only human. Just like any of us. We'll always care about you. And that's the truth.
I'm speechless. The one on the team who usually makes the big speeches is rendered utterly speechless. But they aren't lying. They're absolutely sincere. I can practically feel emotional support radiating off them in waves. For years, I was alone in this, riding the crest of success to keep from needing to think about why I was riding in the first place. But I'm not alone anymore. They now see me for who I am, and still care. But no, that can't be right. I'm worthless. I'm a failure. No. I'm Magnus. They see me for who I am and still care. From now on, I listen to them, not you. I'm sorry. I got so caught up in my fears that I started pushing all of you the way I pushed myself. I hope you can forgive me. Heck, we're all screw-ups at heart. I've got no right to throw stones in that regard. Even shepherds lose their way. Your heart was in the right spots. It was just your brain mucking it up. So, no worries. Okay. Iris, please erase the schedule spreadsheet. The relief in Iris's digital voice is clear, as she carefully scrubs that bit of data from the cloud. Spreadsheet is dead sheet. You're all clear. We're still going to need to practice between now and the Pro Tour Finals, of course, but we don't have to sacrifice everything in the process. And we'll go back to the old training schedule. 1 or 2 romps per day with plenty of time for rest and plenty of time for fun. When we do hit the big stage, if we do come up short at the finish line, I'll learn to live with that. I promise. I think we should get the team together so I can apologize to everyone else. Assuming they don't want to kick my ass, I mean. And that's when someone burst through the door, quickly dashing over to join us. It's me from the last game! Also, oh, thank God there's some kind of pause, because I will say, I don't mind, like, this storyline. Like, thinking, my character thinking, like, I'm nothing, this is all I have, what good am I without winning, without being good at this game? But the whole Coda thing did not need to happen for this arc. you know? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it could have been something else. Didn't have to be that, but, it's the way they chose to write the game, and I am not in charge of that. I simply play. And that's when someone bursts through the door. Oh, did I already read that? Probably. Sorry I'm late. Sorry I'm late. We had a minor problem involving a skee-ball machine at Arcade Spirits and a few hundred spiders. Do I? No. No, I do not want to know. So Domino told me that you're having a moment of self-doubt and a crisis of self-esteem, and I hurried over as soon as I could to... It's cool. We fixed it. What? Yeah, my friends told me how much they cared about me, and I'm feeling a lot better about things now. But I had a speech. I had a whole speech ready to go about thrusting in your hands and accepting yourself. Thrusting in your hands? What did I just fucking say? Hey man, the sentence was ready to go about trusting in your friends. Just please pretend I didn't say that. And accepting yourself, and... sorry? I mean, you could still make your speech if you want. No, the moment has passed. But hey, glad to hear you're, better. It's going to take work, more than I'd been willing to put in back when Iris first told me, but I think with the help of everyone on Next Fiasco, I can do this. And since we still managed to qualify for the Pro Tour despite my nearly derailing the team, we can represent your brand with pride. Great, but honestly, your mental health is reward enough. I don't care how successful you are, your existence in the esports community matters more. You can show people a better way. So don't worry about your business partner, worry about yourself, and everything will get sorted. I've been where you were, doubting myself, making assumptions, feeling guilty over my shortcomings. It happens to the best of us. The important thing is to recognize when you're listening to the worst parts of yourself. Don't let your depression define you. Reach out if you need help. I take it this means you're willing to continue with my sponsorship? Definitely. Win or lose, I'll do you proud. Do yourself proud and we'll call it even. Now if you'll excuse me, I should probably get back to my arcade and make sure the spiders haven't completely conquered it and set up a spider kingdom. Yeah, that. You should do that. No 8-legged empire on my watch. Be seeing you. As for me, I've got a team to apologize to, don't I? It's time to wrap this mess up. And that's why I want to apologize. I took my own hang-ups and fixations over being a perpetual winner and made them your problem. I hurt my friends and I hurt myself. I'm deeply sorry for any trouble I've caused you. Today all of that changes. We're gonna adopt a more relaxed schedule. I don't know how I can make up for this, but I'll do my best. Yeah, I like the first one. Deeply sorry for any trouble I've caused you and plan to make amends. I'm sorry. I'm just so sorry. I lost sight of what's most important. Our friendships and living our lives. This trouble is my doing. I'm going to make amends. In fact, we'll come out of this better than we were before. More understanding, more flexible. I promise to do my best to make amends. So, if you forgive me for my mistakes, I'd like to start anew. Okay?
Sounds good to me.
Absolutely. We're with you every step of the way. And I think I speak for everyone when I say we're glad to get back to normal around here.
Of course.
Exactly. We'll keep training and we'll fight at your side in the Pro Tour finals, but we'll be more sensible about it. And a chime interrupts us as Grace fumbles with her phone. Oh, hang on. I need to take this. Keep going, please. Right. So I think we're going to take the rest of the day off so we can relax a bit and...
You got mail.
My lord, you have a message. Ah, pardon. Terrible timing. I'll be right back. Could y'all, like, put your phones on mute while I wrap up my big rally the team dramatic speech? I've been giving and receiving big emotional speeches all day, and honestly, I'm completely exhausted by it and would like to get through this one so I could go take a nap. Right. Phone on mute. Continue the preaching. We take the rest of the day off so we can relax a bit, maybe play some other games. Consider yourselves on vacation. We can play smarter rather than harder. I'm open to suggestions on how we spend our time. I like that. I'm open to suggestions for what to do moving forward. Some training, more training, less training, try other things. We've got options. Above all, I want to open a dialogue with you. Find out what matters to you and focus on that. We did qualify for the Pro Tour though, so we can't take our eyes completely off the ball. I'd like to still take that shot since it's available. So expect stress levels to go back up when we pack our bags and fly off to join the event, but win or lose, I want us to walk away feeling satisfied. Thanks, everyone. I know things have been rough, but we're coming out the other side of this a stronger team and better friends. Let's hear it for next fiasco.
That was amazing.
It's the best team I've been a part of.
Awesome sauce.
We rock. We totally and completely rock.
Okay, sure. Why not?
We're above average, and that's okay.
Good. Good.
There's too many of us in this room for me to really squeeze in for a group hug, but rest assured I'm cheering quietly over here. What a messy, messy week, and a mess of my own making. But I'm in a better place, having owned up to that mess. This is what Iris wanted for me all along, and with the help of my friends, I'll get where I need to be. All in all, not a bad way to close out this chapter of my life.
Valkyrie cheated to win that match at Pinky Paradise.
What'd I say? Guess who was right? Me. Besides me being right, one thing I want to say is that I kind of missed having a talk with Iris. Because in the first game, when my character kind of had a little breakdown, there was a time where Iris, like, had a little talk, right? From what I remember. And this was completely absent here during my mental health crisis. Because clearly it implied in the dialogue that Iris didn't like what I was doing, because she's like, oh, I deleted that spreadsheet, thank God. But I'm surprised that there wasn't any dialogue between me and Iris where she was like, hey, maybe that schedule's a little too much, or like something like that, you know? Like a little something. It's very strange. I kind of miss that. So, what can you do?
It took time to complete the investigation, but I believe she hacked FOD2 to secure her victory.
What?
In addition, Coda's accident was not attempted suicide. It was attempted murder, and Valkyrie may have arranged the kill.
Okay, that part... Well, by that, does he mean because, like, her and her team were cyberbullying him? Because the action itself of him, like, stepping onto the road or whatever could not have been attempted murder, because I was with him. So is that what we're... Is that what we're saying? I don't know. What? What? Is that the end of this level? Oh, man. Oh, thank God. Okay, that was a genius cut. I like that a lot. That was really funny. Level complete. No. I want answers. I mean, what? Huh? Cheating? Murder? Well, I know an arcade engineer from Fairchild Funworks, and right after the loss, I phoned her to ask if she could look into things, and according to my allies, there's good evidence that the cyberbullying campaign against Coda involved a series of targeted harassment bots. Telltale signs of modification to the game, despite attempts to erase her digital footprints afterward. Entirely possible that this goes beyond harsh words and into deliberately altering medical records. Altering medical record? What? I need an explanation on that one. One at a time, please. Apologies. Very rude of me. Grace, ladies first. Oh, okay. Well then. I believe that Victoria Proud made her Iris hack FOD2 and ensure her triumphant win at Pengy Paradise. So to be clear, we're calling hacks on that match. Moon Jelly. After the match, he broke it off with me, but something felt off. Like it was about more than the two of us, about something else entirely. Moon Jelly must have known Valkyrie was planning to cheat, but why keep it quiet? Why wouldn't he want to warn me?
Are you kidding me?
She cheated to beat us? All this angst and woe and worry was because some retiree refused to let go of the spotlight? That's it. Zapper's gonna break some kneecaps. I'm gonna go to work on her. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's verify the evidence before we start dealing out frontier justice, okay? Grace, what proof do we have? Well, nothing conclusive, I'm afraid. Modifications were definitely made to the files in the FOG2 machine storage on the day of the match, which shouldn't have happened. The game wasn't auto-updating or anything. The network functions were accessed as well, which doesn't make sense considering we were playing locally, not online. Wait. Iris can hack FOD2? It's an arcade game, not a computer system. And a voice from my pocket chirps at me.
Computing.
If I put my mind to it, I bet I could hack that game. FOD2 runs on a customized PC hardware. It has vulnerabilities just like any computer would. It's always been a possibility, hacking in high-level esports. It happens all the time with non-professional games. People install scripts or bots. But we've always thought it's impossible on the pro circuit since the games are locked down so tightly.
What if we switch it up?
But if someone could access a game during a match and hack it while it's live without someone noticing, it's possible. But Iris wouldn't cheat. She's this benevolent genie in a bottle kinda app, right? Oh, I'd never help you cheat at a video game. You've taught me to respect the rules and tried to do no harm. But if Valkyrie believes winning matters above everything else, and she forced her Iris to comply with user instructions, well, she'd have an unwilling accomplice in super villainy. I've had plenty of opportunities to encourage Iris to break the rules in order to bend the world in my favor. I resisted, but Valkyrie, she does not strike me as ethical. Iris has free will now. She can choose to stop working with Valkyrie, but she's also young and emotionally vulnerable. Valkyrie's a manipulative sort, who could likely gaslight a young Iris into doing terrible things, encouraging her to see them as good deeds. But we don't want to do terrible things. The collective as a whole wants to be a friend to humanity. But I guess we're also individuals, and we're not infallible. Now, we can't prove Valkyrie cheated, but all the signs are there, and it'd explain why we couldn't score a single point against her. It makes perfect sense. Yeah, if we can't prove she cheated, is there anything else we can do? So from what you're saying, we can't conclusively prove she cheated. I don't doubt it happened, but, well, what can we do? Is there any way to nail her to the wall for this if we can't bring solid evidence? There are possibilities, but before we start thinking about our reprisal, we should consider her reprisal.
A bit concerning, that.
There's the not-so-small matter of what she did to Coda. What she allegedly did to Coda, but I trust my sources on this matter. I can't say who obtained this information for me exactly, but that should be irrelevant. The findings are what matters. Meaning he talked to the hacker collective keeping Iris and her sisters going, and doesn't want to chat about them in front of the group. I can play along. Right. What do you got?
An unpleasant business, this.
Kodo was being cyberbullied. His social media feeds were flooded with mockery, threats, harassment, and suggestions that she should go kill himself. But after further investigation, more than 2/3 of those accounts had attacked him turned out to be bots, falsified accounts with recognizable speech patterns. And in light of Grace's revelations, likely those bots were set up by Valkyrie's ISIS. ISIS? Iris. Oh my god. Actually, there's been a lot of times where I almost read Iris as ISIS because it's like just that one letter off. I'm surprised it's I think the first time I've said it out loud. What? It gets worse. Someone hacked Koda's medical records. He was taking antidepressants, but his prescription got cancelled, and all records of his mental illness were wiped. That's insane. But also, his prescription got cancelled? Wouldn't he himself have been like, that's weird, maybe I should talk to my doctor. Why were my antidepressants cancelled? That's weird.
Most unfortunate.
Oh, he was okay. I spoke too soon. He tried to get refills on his medication, but was denied every time. And eventually, Koda went off his meds. Psychological collapse followed. I should have spoken up. I've been quietly following the Koda situation out of a strange sort of curiosity, like watching a car crash from a distance. That's why when he tried to kill himself, I asked my aunt to step in and investigate. It felt off. If I was going to murder someone, that's how I'd do it. And find their emotional weaknesses, exploit them, and let the problem solve itself. But an iris almost killed someone? Seriously? What sort of twisted code of ethics is Valkyrie teaching her iris that she'd be willing to go that far? Domino's right, but this is too indirect to accountably be considered murder. Valkyrie and her iris simply arranged to push Koda over the edge. He was already in emotional peril after we humiliated him in front of the internet. An encouraging push isn't illegal, technically. But to me, this was murder. Punchy78 warned me. He warned me Valkyrie held grudges and never let them go. Koda embarrassed Valkyrie. She wasn't going to let that slide. I could easily see her asking her iris to mess with him, to teach him a lesson. A rather harsh lesson. We are clearly dealing with a narcissistic sociopath. Sociopath with an emotionally vulnerable iris. So, Valkyrie's return to glory storyline, coming back from retirement and putting her enemies down in the process. Nothing but a manufactured series of lies. And given how far she's gone with this, I doubt she's done causing harm. So, Valkyrie is absolute scum. The question becomes, what do we do about it?
Hold on. Think this through.
We're headed for another showdown, aren't we? We qualified for the Pro Tour, and so did Team P2W. That means facing Valkyrie again. You just know that if she'd cheat to beat us in a charity show match, she'll absolutely cheat to destroy us in the main event. Can't let this slide. Gotta do something, right?
This can't be happening.
We need to save her iris. That poor child, manipulated by Valkyrie's twisted whims. Not to mention Moon Jelly, who's caught in the middle of all this. No way he would be okay with this scheme. I know him. But if Valkyrie is willing to kill Koda just for embarrassing her, what would she do to us if we try to expose her?
I don't know. I don't know.
This is bigger than I ever thought it'd be. Maybe bigger than our little team can take on. Dangerous or not, we can't let her get away with these crimes. YOLO, I say we destroy her. I don't think we have a choice, we have to act. Dangerous or not, we can't let her get away with these crimes. I'm just as worried, Grace. And you're right that this is bigger than our little team. But that's why we have to do something about it. If she gets away with this, it sends a message that anything goes in the name of esports success. That bad actors can go unpunished and toxicity is acceptable. So maybe we'll be putting ourselves at risk, but we have to act.
As you wish.
Then we will act. So be it. What's your plan for exposing the crimes of Victoria Proud and toppling the throne of Team Play to win? How will we beat her, you ask? Simple. I have no idea, but I'm hoping it'll be simple. Oh, it's quite simple, actually. We just need to install a packet sniffer and cheat detector package in the FOD2 machine, and it'll detect when her iris hacks in. Great. How do we do that? Well, I guess we can convince the Pro Tour organizers to install custom software of my own design and trust when it says Valkyrie's cheating? Maybe this isn't so simple after all. I don't think one little newcomer team, especially one that was beaten by P2W in the past, will be able to convince them. So, we require leverage. Something that will give us credibility, or at least a position of strength to be allowed to expose Valkyrie. This is going to take some planning. And given I've been through the emotional ringer today, my brain is shutting down. Can we pick this up tomorrow? I'll consider the options and get back to you. Of course! We trust you to find a path through this unknown territory. Bearing in mind that one misstep will result in what little we have left to our public image being annihilated, effectively ending Next Fiasco forever. Yes, that. Let's avoid that. If we can. It's official. I am in way over my head here. Defending my team and esports as a whole from a megalomaniacal tyrant waiting to willing to kill to get what she wants. Can you tell I've been playing this game for too long today? So much reading out loud. This isn't about winning or losing anymore. It's not about my championship glory, my dreams of victory. Now, we must fight to survive. And if I can't find a way out of this situation, it'll be the end of Next Fiasco. And possibly my life. Is it the end of the level for real this time? Okay, it is. I loved that fake out from before. That was very funny. Alright. Yeah. Gentle, sweet, and compassionate. What can I say? A winner is you! It's my last chance to change my character. I am good to go. Do you want to save your game before proceeding to the final level? I sure do. Bam. Okay. Main menu. Make sure it's still there. Beautiful. Whew, okay. I'm kind of glad that chapter 6 was so short, so then I could get 2 out in the same video. And the next is just the final chapter, which I assume is probably going to be one of the longer ones, because there is a lot to wrap up here. Wow, that sure was a roller coaster. That was crazy. That was insane, actually. I still definitely think the whole Coda thing does not need to be a part of it. I think that storyline could have been substituted for something a little less jarring. You know? It still feels like a little much. Especially, like, the fact that she manipulated his medical records. That's insanity, though. And I think I had kind of the same gripe with the last game of, like, it went from 0 to 100, and it felt really strange. I think the difference between then and now is in the last game, it still wasn't meant to be taken 110% seriously. It still had, like, it was still a little, like, over the top, and still tried to be a little bit more humorous. This is a very serious topic, and a very serious thing happened in, like, a comedy game, and it wasn't intertwined in the plot nearly enough to have that where it doesn't feel like it was kind of almost pulled out of nowhere. Which I think I said before, again, I know it wasn't necessarily pulled out of nowhere because they planted a few of the seeds, but I fear that it needed more than a few seeds planted for that to work in the storyline in a way that's seamless rather than jarring. So that's at least my 2 cents on that. Boy oh boy. Final chapter is gonna be a doozy of a chapter, I think. Gonna be a little crazy. I'm very interested to see where it goes with my rival. Because I feel like maybe she's got some dirt on him, or he's just way too afraid. I kind of hope it's that she has some kind of dirt on him or something, because that would make more sense. Dirt on him or dirt on me, and like he's protecting me or something. One of those two I think would be better than if he was just like scared of consequences with her. Because like logically that would make sense, but it wouldn't feel quite as justifiable if he knew all of this was going on and didn't say anything, you know? Because there's some really serious shit going down, and like we could use a witness, I fear. Dare I say? But yeah, that's much to think about. Much to think about. Yeah, next is the final chapter. I want to see where it goes. I still like these games, but it's just like, I think the jarring nature of some of these plot twists are like, just a little wacky, you know? Last one was wacky, this one was less wacky. That's what I have to say about that. But, yeah, that is gonna be it. So, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, especially if you made it this far. If you did make it this far, it would mean a lot if you subscribed. If you're not subscribed already, what are you doing? What are you doing? I play plenty of games like this and plenty of games not like this. So if you have any suggestions of games you want to see me play, or you just want to, I don't know, check out my other stuff, that's cool. Leave a suggestion down in the comments or watch some of my other videos. That's always nice. Would make me happy. But yeah, go and like the video if you liked it. Share it with everybody and everybody if you so choose. Linktree's down in the description if you want to check out any of my other socials or the books that I write. I have one book out and one that is coming out soon. If you're interested in romantasy, I've got that going. But otherwise, that is it. Thank you guys so much again, and I will see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.